So now we're going to go ahead and put one together, the outside. So it's best to have either a mouse pad or some kind of piece of foam to do your manipulating of the petals. And this actually came, I think they used to be called CDs, the SEEDEE stamps, and this was what they use for stamping. And I'm using an embossing tool. So for the outer layers, all you're really going to want to do is roll. And I also just kind of, you know, work with my hands the petals up a little bit. And you're just kind of helping the paper form. Some people do this wet and have better luck, you know, getting their flowers to manipulate. And I also find you can manipulate the flowers after too. No reason why you can't bend some of the petals after you put them together. So these have a tab, and so you're going to put glue on the tab. And this is, again, my quick dry adhesive. Love this stuff. And I'm just going to press and hold. Yeah, just for a few seconds. And I'm going to do the other one that way. And you'll see they already have this kind of cone shape. And it's best to nestle them, you know, where their petals kind of go in between. And so when I do these, I just put a little bit of glue. But you can also see there's a hole. So you could definitely use a brad. So there's a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to kind of stagger it a little bit. And hold. Now at this point, I like to kind of take the individual petals in my fingers and kind of roll them. To kind of manipulate the flower so it curves down. And this is how I get that nice full look with the other flowers that you saw. Now inside, this is a slightly different cut, and you can see the hole. And so again, I'm going to stagger it, and I'm going to glue these two together and then put them in. That seems to work better. So just a little bit of glue in the center again, and stagger, and try to find the hole. There we go. And so you can see how that kind of adds some dimension. And again, I'm going to kind of manipulate these. And now again, I want to add some glue around here in the curve. You know, basically where you think it's going to line up. And then you're going to kind of push in and hold. Fingers great. Thumb, for example, it's about the right shape to the curve. And so now you can see that, and we've got this nice full flower. Now this is the largest size that I cut, and so it would go with my largest flower, and so it would go in there like so. And again, I can manipulate this. You're basically just trying to get a look you want. I'll let this one dry, so I don't have to worry about manipulating it now. And so for the center, again, same thing. A little bit of glue. And press, and it doesn't matter, you're kind of scrunching it down. These flowers actually seem to get better when they're scrunched. And so there you go. There is your finished flower. Let me zoom in so you can see it better. See all that dimension? Aren't these just lovely? And the center on this was cut at 3 inches. So this isn't as big as some of the other ones I've made. But I think it's good size. And then I let it dry so the glue really adheres.